What about now? Can you guys hear me now? You guys should be able to hear me now, right? I can hear myself back on play. Really? You guys couldn't hear me? I started this live stream about 14 minutes ago. You guys should be able to hear me now, though, right? How we sounding? Yeah? I think there's a thank you. I think so. All along, I did an intro. You guys didn't hear my intro? Oh my God. I am so sorry. Right. I don't know what happened. Ah, if the audio is good, then we can just sit tight until maybe halftime. I'll go and hook up my mic. Unless you guys can just bear with me very quickly. You can't hear me. What do you mean you can't hear me? Phil, so Phil Forever says yes. All right, guys, just look at the starting 11. I'm gonna be back on screen quickly, right? Actually, let's give you guys something there to keep you entertained. I'm sorry about that. I don't know what's happened, but you can go ahead and look at your starting 11, and we're going to give that one another spin. I can't believe you guys did not hear me. Thank you for letting me know, because I was just chatting away, feeling myself. I am so sorry, guys. I do apologize. Let's see if I can give you guys your starting 11. I'm going to go and grab my microphone extension cable, because you always got to have a backup plan, because systems will fail you. That's the first failure of the World Cup so far. Hopefully for you guys' sake, that will be the only failure, right? I'm going to be back in about 5 seconds. Actually, I'm not even leaving the room. I'm still here. You guys should still be able to hear me. I'm going to take absolutely crazy. All right, let's go ahead and work with plan B. So plan A isn't working. I'm not sure why plan A had me on mute. But big ups to you guys there in the comment section, and thank you for letting me know. Let's work with plan B. All right, let's go ahead and work with plan B. I just want to make sure that I can better my audio for you guys. All right. I think the audio actually sounds all right, but I want to see if I can use my microphone. At the moment, it's not connected to the microphone, so let's just connect it to the microphone. I'm not sure what happened there. Technical difficulties, you call that one. But you should still be able to hear me. Let me know in the comment section if you can still hear me, all right? So you guys did not hear none of that intro. Watching it back, and you guys heard that's unbelievable. Anyways, I'm sorry about that. That was a muted start to the show, completely unintentional, technical difficulties, but I'm working with a reliable system. I think it's more about my production to the side of me. I think it's about my production, physical production, not the on-screen production. So sorry about that. All right. Say Michael Brown, a pimp named Slickback RR. Big ups to you guys in the comment section. RR is going with a 2-1 for Brazil. So I guess I have to just put that one back again. Brazil, they're in a league of their own. No other nation does it better than them. Qualified for every single FIFA Men's World Cup since 1930. And I did also talk about their opponents tonight. It is Morocco. They're up against Morocco. If you're doing on technicality, they are the holders of the AFCON title. You can call that one due to controversy. Or you can say, well, rules are the rules, and they went ahead and went ahead. CAF stepped in and said, no, actually, they are the kings of Africa. Let me know what you guys make of that. But while we're talking about Morocco, let's just remind ourselves about the next World Cup to come. And before you blink, we'll be doing World Cup qualifications once more for the FIFA Men's 2030 World Cup. I've said it before and I will say it again. This one here will be co-hosted once more. Back-to-back 3 nations co-hosting a FIFA Men's World Cup. Right? This is the first time that it has happened with the FIFA Men's World Cup. Next up, it will be hosted by Morocco, Portugal, and Spain. So Morocco will be one of the co-hosts in 2030. Are we going to qualify for the 2030 World Cup? Probably not. So you're going for a Monkey Darshura? Did I pronounce your name correctly? I'm so sorry if I didn't. You're going for 2-1 Morocco. Phil is going for a Brazil win, but you're not giving me your score predictions there. Earlier on, as I was putting the show together towards the final stages, cast my eyes on the Qatar and Switzerland game. And so that one ended in dramatic fashion. A bullet thunderbolt header to draw the equalizer for Qatar. So they've secured their what first ever points at a FIFA Men's World Cup. That's back-to-back qualification there for Qatar. They were the previous host of the FIFA Men's World Cup, hosted the 2022 edition. Can Brazil finally bring home the crown? Can the Seleção finally bring home the crown? No one has won it more than them. No other nation has more flavor than the Brazilians. Can they finally bring it home at long last? Can they pull off what the Gunners have done in the league? Can they pull off what it looks as if New York, they probably are going to be in celebratory mood? Can they do it? Or are we going to have some last minute pullback from San Antonio Spurs? Currently, it is the New York Knicks leading 3-1. Only need one more win to be crowned kings of the NBA. Are we going to see another long awaited wait to lift the crown, the biggest crown of them all, the FIFA Men's World Cup? Is it finally going home to Brazil? I like to call Brazil the home of football. And yes, I know the home of football. England is the home of football. But in terms of the beauty that comes with Brazilian football, I just have to call Brazil the home of football. My favorite footballer of all time, the king, the GOAT. No one does it better than Ronaldinho. He is my favorite. I was very privileged that my first ever, you guys probably don't know this, my first ever football interview was actually with the GOAT himself, Ronaldinho. How funny is that? And I've got his photo somewhere stored in my phone some years back when he came to London. And that for me, my first ever interview. The GOAT, best, the greatest ever for me. That is another greatest ever for me. Do let me know what you guys think of the Don. Are we going to have a raised eyebrow tonight? Is there going to be a slip for the first game for Brazil, their FIFA 2026 opener against Morocco, or is it going to be smooth sailing? For me, Don Carlo, the Don of all Don, the greatest manager in world football. If you disagree with me on that, give your little head a wobble. For me, he sits above all managers, all head coaches. And to prove me right, he may very well go ahead and do that, or to prove you guys wrong. I know I'm right, but just to silence anyone with in the back of their mind saying no, I'm wrong. Just so I can say I told you so. If he goes ahead and wins the FIFA 2026 Men's World Cup for Brazil, surely that then cements what I think is a fact, that he is the greatest manager ever. He's won it all, hasn't he? 4 times world's best club coach. Also won the UEFA Champions League 5 times. He won twice with Milan. That's the original Milan. There before Inter Milan or AC Milan. He won it twice with AC Milan. And he won it 3 times with Real Madrid. And what a run it was when he was winning it with Real Madrid, right? Manner in which they were crowned the kings of Europe. Also, 1 times German champion with Bayern Munich. So won the Premier League with the Blue Half of London, that is Chelsea. 2 times Spanish Cup champion with Real Madrid. 1 times Italian champion with AC Milan. Also won the French division, French champion with Paris Saint-Germain. Super Cup winner 5 times, twice with AC Milan, or you should probably calling them Milan. Right? If any of the 2 Milan clubs will be called Milan, it is definitely the club that stood before the first one being AC Milan. And also 3 times he won said crown with Real Madrid. 1 time FIFA Intercontinental Cup winner with Real Madrid. 3 times FIFA Club World Cup winner, twice with Real Madrid, once with Milan. Also won the English FA Cup with the Blues, the Spanish Cup twice with Real Madrid, the Italian Cup once with Milan, German Super Cup winner twice with Bayern Munich, one time the Super Cup winner with Milan, two-time Super Cup champion with Real Madrid, and he also won the Super Cup with Chelsea. I know that a lot of people don't call the community shield the Super Cup, but on the base of technicality and factuality, it is the Super Cup. The trophy itself doesn't look like a trophy; it looks like a plate. And calling it once the Charity Shield doesn't help to put respect on its name, right? And he also won the UI Cup. He's also a one-time UI Cup winner with Juve. That's back in the late 90s, stroke the millennium. So, name another coach, another manager that does it better than Don Carlo. You cannot. Greatest of all time. The man sits in a league of his own. I don't want to hear nothing about it being Sir Alex. No, it's not. I don't want to hear it being Pep. It is not. It is Don Carlo. Hopefully, for the Brazilian fans out there, there will be no raised eyebrows. I don't want getting onto me. So let me go ahead and bring up his favorite part of the show. And that means I have to bring up the scoreboard. Let's see what Brazil has in store for us. I'm going to bring up the scoreboard and also the timer in a few. What I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to wait until that one kicks off for you guys. And I think you guys didn't hear me with my update on the England matter. So last night, towards perhaps the ending of the show, we spoke about the fact that England, a few of their training kits were stolen, and I believe boots as well were involved in the training kits. From last night reports, remember certain well, it was boots and balls. So there's been a further update to that, and the update is that England have recovered several items of stolen training kits after they were taken from a team vehicle in Kansas City. So it's good to see that their kits have been returned to them, because as I said, there's probably a couple of superstitious footballers out there in the England camp, and if their favorite football boots were stolen, you can only imagine what that would do to their mental. It may not play a significant role in them not being able to deliver, but some footballers live on the hill, die on the hill of being superstitious. Right. So Phil Forever 3437 says, "Go Spurs, go." So you want them to peg them back. I'm sure you're going to be watching that one later on as well. You're saying Pepe. You're also Sebastian says the big bad Brazil. I know the majority of you are supporting Brazil, right? And shall I say rightly so? I know my fan base well, and I know that you guys are Brazilians at heart. Later on, it is our Caribbean brothers, Haiti, back on the world stage. Wait over 50 years to go back to the biggest sports, the biggest stage in sports. That's of any sporting competition. Nothing tops the FIFA Men's World Cup, or I should say, nothing tops the World Cup. All right. And also, Scotland. So nearing almost 30 years. It's 28 years, 2 years shy of making it 3 decades. Waited a long time to go back to the big stage. We'll talk about them later on. But for tonight, we are talking about Brazil and Morocco. Rodex 3, the World Cup is about to start. It says the World Cup is about to start, and it does need to start. But before it starts, let's go ahead and fix my screen. Excuse me. Let's go ahead and get this started here for you guys. Let me know if it started from you guys' end. My screen has just switched on me. So let's go ahead and get something started up on my end for you guys. All right, let's go ahead and get something started up on my end for you guys. Let's bring that screen up on display while I fix something my end. Seems like I ran into another technical difficulty, but let's just go ahead and see if I can fix that one there for you guys quickly. All right. Let me just see what I need to do. So from my end, the game hasn't kicked off. Let me know if it's kicked off from your end there, guys. But from my end, it hasn't kicked off. I think I might need to wait on you guys there to give me some updates. But from my end, it hasn't kicked off and my screen hasn't changed. So it's currently saying that the game hasn't kicked off. You're saying that Haiti will win. A few people, I was listening to a commentator and the pundits before this game. So in the earlier kickoff with Qatar and Switzerland, and they were definitely sleeping on Haiti. Definitely sleeping on Haiti. I wasn't liking that. I can only assume why. Perhaps they just don't watch the Haitians play, hence thinking it's going to be a win, a straight win for for Scotland, their opponents, but I don't think it's going to be smooth sailing. I do not think it's going to be smooth sailing. And I'm a bit like you guys. I'm still upset at the fact that we're not at the tournament. But what can we do? What can we do? The boys failed to qualify for the World Cup, the easiest World Cup, 48 teams competing, 104 matches, and we are nowhere to be found. How upsetting is that? Gonna have to rely on you guys to keep me updated on the opening minutes here, guys. Keep me updated on the opening minutes because I don't really know why my channel's just switched itself and it refuses to go back to the actual match itself. It's still looking at the previous game. Don't ask me why, but it's looking at the previous match. Just go ahead and try something else, my end. You know what? This is gonna be a bit of a long one. You know what, guys? Let's just do something else. Let me just switch something. Having to work with a couple different backup plans here, guys. Not what I want to do. The boy them just talking about the reggae boys, aren't you? Yeah. Um, we didn't qualify for the World Cup. Did not qualify for the World Cup. I'm just as upset as you guys, but what can we do? What can we do? What can we do? Yeah, so let me know if the game has kicked off here, guys. I've got a little bit of a delay my end, but I'm gonna try and see if I can just work with a little backup plan to work with various backup plans. I don't know the reason for that, but it is what it is. To work with different backup plans. You know what? Let's just go ahead and bear with me here, guys. Let's just go ahead and work with something on my screen for the time being. This isn't going to work. So let's just work with this one for the time being. All right. I'm hoping you guys won't hear my audio. Let's just go ahead and work with something different. All right, let's go ahead and throw something different at this thing. It's always something that you have to do. Let's go ahead and work with something different. Sorry about this, guys. This one's caught me off guard. I'm not really sure why my screen isn't working. I've pretty much given up on it and I'm gonna try something different. So sorry to keep you guys waiting. I will be with you guys in a few for the time being. I need you guys to actually keep me updated. I'm gonna work with my little backup plan. I'm gonna work with a little backup plan. All right, let's see. See if the backup plan wants to work right now. Even the backup plan's giving me a bit of a trouble. I don't know what the hell's going on tonight, but we're gonna fix it because I need to be able to see this game, and I will see the game. I definitely will be seeing the game. Make no mistake about that. Make no mistake about that. I'm going to be seeing the game for sure. Again, sorry about the delay. What minutes are we in? I think you guys can see the minutes, but I can't see the minutes for the time being. What are we saying? What are you guys saying in the comment section? All right, let's move that over there for you guys. Let's see. Refresh that screen. So we have kicked off. So we're only, what, 1 minute and 30 seconds in. So it's not too bad on my end. Let me just continue. Oh, you guys can hear the audio. I don't want you to hear the audio. All right, so we got that fixed. So let's go ahead and see if I can fix it on my main screen. So currently have the Moroccans on the ball. See if I can change that on the big screen there for myself. By the hook or the crook, we're gonna get onto this, guys. Trust me, we're gonna get onto this. We're definitely gonna get onto this. Sometimes the devil is strong, but guess what? The man above is strong, guys. Playing with me at the moment, but we're gonna fix this. Definitely going to fix this. Got to throw into Brazil. Morocco back in possession. On the attack here, down on the left, loses the ball. That looks like it's going to be a free kick. Ibanez conceded the free kick. You guys haven't told me your thoughts on the starting 11. I think three of you have only given me your score predictions, right? No, I don't want to do that. Just get me access. You know, if anything, what this has taught me is I need to make sure I have my backup plans ready. I didn't expect two systems to fail me within minutes of each other, but there's a way around it. More importantly, at least I can see the game. I just want to make sure I can see on a bigger screen so that I can speak with you guys in the comment section while I watch the game. It's absolute madness. What is it doing? All right, guys, let me try something else. This is an absolute nightmare. Brazil has done it several times more than any other nation. Yeah, I've told you guys that at the start of the live stream, no other nations won it more than them. And that's not going to change, not in our lifetime, is it? If we're being completely honest with ourselves, can't see it changing in our lifetime at all. All right, I'm gonna go with my third option for the time being. All right, just bear with me. Let's go. Let me go with my third option. Just a load of nonsense that I'm having to deal with. I can actually see the game, but I just can't get the audio, and I prefer to watch the match with the audio. But system here is just getting on my last nerves. But got Morocco here on the attack. I'm gonna try and see if I can give this to you guys in a different way. It's absolutely obvious. Let's go ahead. 0-0 inside 5 minutes. After 5 minutes played, it is 0-0. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to multitask here to make sure I do something for you guys, but if not, I might just wait and do it at halftime. But I don't want to wait until halftime, so let me go and see if I can just fix this. Let's go ahead and see if we can fix that. All right, here, guys. Let me try and refocus. Morocco on the ball. I'm going to turn up my on-screen audio. Let me know if you guys can hear it, right? Because I don't want you guys to hear it, but I think if no, I'm not going to turn it on because if I turn it on, you definitely will hear it. Ooh, good block. Good block. That looked like it was going to fly into the back of the net. Very good block. That's Morocco knocking on the door of the Brazilian goal. What is this stupid thing doing? Oh, the block. I think that was. Let's go ahead and change this. Bear with me here, guys. I'm gonna try and see if I can watch this match. This is the game that I was looking forward to, and this is the one that I don't want to have to experience technical difficulties. But of all the games to experience that, why am I experiencing it with this one? Easy. Anyways, it is still 0-0 at the moment. You have got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. What a load of crap. What a load of crap. Uh, it will work out. I am just why is it asking me that? Why is it asking me that? This thing is really grinding my gears. I swear to you, it's doing my head in. It will work out. It's just gonna take a bloody long time for it to work out, but yes, it is. This thing is pissing me off. All right, let's try something else. Here's the thing is I can actually see the game. I just want the audio. So I'm waiting on my second backup to work. For the time being, let me just keep my eyes on the game. Um, can you guys hear the audio? Let me know if you guys can hear my audio coming through. Hopefully not. All right. So thank you for being patient with myself. You're saying that it will work out. I hope so. Because I don't really want to have to end my live stream. I was looking forward to this one. I don't want to have to end my live stream. So I'm doing all I can to make sure that it does work with the system that I want it to work on. But right now it's giving me a warm time. Hope it works out soon. Yeah, me too. I'm gonna close my eyes on my screen. So far it looks as if each time I turn my head to the screen, it looks as if it is Morocco asking all the questions. If you guys can see the game, do let me know in the comment section. Obviously, I'm here trying to sort out my own technical issues, but each time I look at the screen, it looks like it's Morocco asking the questions so far. So good coming together there, Gabriel Magalhaes of Arsenal and also Hakimi. This thing is stopping me from enjoying the match. I'm getting annoyed. Really getting annoyed. Something else. 10 minutes on the clock and it is 0-0. You can't hear my audio. Okay, you're not supposed to hear it. Definitely not supposed to hear my audio. That's good. Um, tell you what, this is pissing me off. This is really, really upsetting me. Bear with me, guys. For the time being, please keep me updated. All right. For the time being, please try to keep me updated. This thing is doing my head in. This thing is really doing my head in. This is doing my head in. They're trying to ask for a free kick, but you're not gonna referee not going to give you a free kick, is he? Not Marquinhos on the ball. How is this even happening? What the hell is wrong with this system? How is it happening? What are you doing? What a load of nonsense. All right, let me try this again. I don't know why this is happening. This is annoying me. The crazy thing about this is I don't think this is going to happen with the what the crap. All right, so it's giving me instructions to sign in on my TV. I swear to God, the devil is really testing me right now. It's really, it wants me to give up, but I'm not going to give up. I don't have my eyes on the game at the moment, so I need you guys to tell me what's going on when I eventually turn my full attention. He's definitely testing me. He wants me to give up, but I don't give up. I'm not giving up. Prepared myself for this one. I was looking forward to this one. You think I'm missing Brazil? Crazy. Yeah, I've done that already. What are you talking about, silly woman? You need to sign in to watch this BBC on TV. It's really quick and easy to do. When do you need to get started? Nah, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Now this. All right, let's try this again. You're taking the mic. You're absolutely taking the mic. Yeah, but I've already done that already. You got Brazil on the attack here, guys. Heads. Ah, it's a weak header. That was a very weak header. That was a very weak header. It looks like it was Thiago there. I don't even know if he actually managed to get his head to the ball. Phil is saying, don't give up. I'm not going to give up. It's just that what it's asking me to do doesn't make sense. It's asking me to do something that doesn't even make sense what it's asking me to do, but doesn't even make sense. You know what? 1 second, guys. I think I know why it's not working. 1 second. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna reset my system again. I'm not going off screen though. I'm just gonna reset my main system. As I said, I can see the game. It's just that I want it with commentary, so I can see the game. I have access to the game. I just want to be able to give it to you guys with commentary, but for the time being, I can't turn up my commentary because obviously it will waive it for a copyright violation, which I'm desperately trying to dodge. So I can definitely see the game quarter of an hour in, and it is 0-0. So as I said, I'm going to be needing you guys to keep me updated. This thing is doing my head in. It's actually doing my head in, and it's starting to piss me off. Nothing worse than watching football interrupted. It's proper starting to piss me off now. Proper pissing me off. Load of bollocks. All right, guys, let's give that another bloody update, and hopefully it will work this time round. If not, I'm just gonna have to work with my on-screen display. Neymar coming on in the second. Is he fit to do so? Is he fit? Oh my God, Carlos Kaká, chef's kiss, and the original Ronaldo. Kaká is one of my favorite players of all time. I remember when I used to play Pro Evolution Soccer, Kaká always had to be in my starting 11. Please God, let this work. Kaká always had to be in my starting 11, guys. Always. And I can't turn up this commentary because if I do, I'm going to get flagged for a copyright. So I'm going to hold firm and not turn up the commentary and instead just keep my eyes on the screen. Marquinhos. It's very hard to do this, but I'm gonna try and see if I can get it fixed. Not in time for the second game at least. But the most important thing is I can actually see the game. Just frustrating that I can't watch it with commentary with you guys. Ugh. So for those of you who can actually see the game, and I've stayed up until the quarter of an hour mark, who's looked the better side? I'm a little bit distracted, so I can't tell you who is the better side. I think Brazil, though, from quick glance, looks like they're coming into the game. Do let me know if that is the case. We're at 51% my end, guys. I'm trying to just reboot my system. If it gets rebooted and it's still the same nonsense, then looks like this is how we're just going to have to watch the game. I don't want to have to watch it like this, but the system is just moving mad. It's just got a mind of its own and it doesn't even make bloody sense. It's got a mind of its own and it's not even making sense. Sebastian. Sebastian is you're a Brazil fan, right? Rafinha with a little pop up goal there just then, guys. Not troubling the goalkeeper though. Brazil back on the ball. That didn't last long. Managed to regain possession. System's taking forever to reload itself. Help me out. I need your assistance. Help me out. So for all the games for me to be having difficulties, why does it have to be this one? Yesterday was smooth sailing. Day before that, smooth sailing. Of all the matches, started off with a muted screen. Didn't even know I was on mute until you guys told me, and now I'm having to deal with another issue. It's ridiculous. Right, we're at 82% onto the screen to the right of me. So let's see if it can actually rectify itself. For the time being, it looks like Brazil have a corner kick. Oh, that's a good ball. That was a good ball there from Rafina. So Vinny, it has been awarded in a corner kick. Let's see if they can trouble the goalkeeper. Retrieve. Oh my God, no, don't do this. No. They're taking the piss out of me. They're taking the piss out of me just then. Told you guys I wasn't giving up. We're finally back up and running. And Jesus Christ, it's taking almost 20 minutes. I am so sorry, but I did tell you guys I wasn't going to give up. No way I'm giving up on this game. So sorry about that. We're back to normality. I do apologize. They're mad if they think I was going to give up. Took a while. We got there in the end. Are they losing the ball cheaply, or is it just in that one? What a goal! What a goal! What a goal! Sabiri straight down the middle. Allison, you will not want to watch that one on replay anytime soon. Just as I was asking you the question, are they losing the ball cheaply here, the Brazilians? And they go ahead and concede. What a goal. What a goal. Please stick that one on replay for me. Oh, wow. Some excellent finish from Saibari. Gabriel could not stop him. Allison could do nothing but to turn around and watch that one go into the back of its net. Is that the score prediction that you guys envisioned? I believe not. It's the Brazilian that's trailing inside 20 minutes played. Oh, did not see that one coming. Gabriel, Gabriel Magalhaes. Yeah, we did not see that one coming, guys. The Brazilian trailing. Oh, you guys are not going to be happy in the comment section. A pimp named Slipback. He says Brazilians arse. So who are you supporting? A pimp named Slipback? Or are you supporting them? Or are you just admitting that your team's a little bit fluky at the moment? The gunman, I think the gunman for Brazil. My gunman for Brazil. I think he's on the bench here, guys. Think your gunman is on the bench, Hendrick. Hendrick the gunman. I think that's gonna be the new poster boy. Do let me know what you make of that in the comment section. But 20 plus minutes in, and it is Siberia with the opening goal. Was just such a smart finish from the Moroccan. Gabriel Magalhaes, he's going to be kicking himself. Not the start that he would have wanted, is it? It's not a start that any of the Brazilians would have wanted. But as I was saying, despite having a little bit of a technical difficulty, there seems like every time I took a quick little glance on on the TV, that is, Morocco were knocking on the door. And also, when I take a second glance, it seems like the Brazilians were losing possession. Fantastic, fantastic goal, though. It's a long way to go. It's a long way to go. I'm sure Carlo Ancelotti has something up his sleeve. But watching this one back on replay, not really sure why they're looking at it, drawing the lines. He was definitely onside. I think it would have been Gabriel that would have been keeping him onside. But look at that finish. He just clipped it over the goalkeeper. Ah, Allison clips it to the left hand side of Allison. All Allison can do, even with a man with his experience, a man who has won it all at club level with his former club, Liverpool. Is he still at Liverpool? I think is Allison still at Liverpool, guys? I think I'm getting him confused with Edison. My apologies there, Liverpool fans. Current club is what I should be saying. You guys haven't sold him. Here, getting him confused with Edison. He's moved on from Manchester City. So with his current club, he's won it all. Champions League, Premier League. All right, let me see what you guys gave for your predictions earlier on. What did you guys give for your predictions? So you went 2-1 Morocco. Dashura went 2-1 Morocco. You're probably gonna be bang on the money. Are you're probably the only one that gave me a score predictions. No, RR went 2-1 Brazil. Or one of you is gonna be right. Or perhaps not. Maybe it's going to be another match where they share the points. So one of you might be right. One of you probably would be wrong. Or someone goes for a draw. Obviously that person will be right if it ends in a draw, that is. All right, so Brazil's had a bit of a fluky start, a bit like myself. Brazil's had a little bit of a fluky start, like myself. Full technical difficulties that I've had to deal with, muted mic, and also couldn't get the game on my TV for some odd reason. But back after the hydration break, Brazil on the ball. Gabriel. I think it's one of those occasions there. He caught him. He couldn't do anything about that, could it? It could be unfair if I sit here and criticize Allison. Could did not think about that one. So for the time being, it is a little bit of a raised eyebrows for the big man, the Don, Carlo Ancelotti. Still the very best for me. They're up against a tough opponent. Real tough opponents. So Brazil came into this one. They played Egypt. Morocco currently in on attack. Ah, just running through their team. That's Hakimi. So no one felt the urge to close him down. They just allowed him to just run through them just like that. Thank God he didn't find the back of the net, but it could have just been 2-0. So as I was saying, Brazil came into this one with a 2-1 victory over Egypt. They were actually on a winning momentum, three wins in the bag coming into the Morocco game. 2-1 against Egypt, 6-2 against Panama, and 3-1 over Croatia. They need to do a better job at keeping Hakimi quiet. At the moment, they're not doing that. Doesn't even look as if they're trying to do that. Morocco, on the other hand, they came into this one after a 1-1 draw against against Norway. And before that, they put 4 goals past Madagascar, also beat Burundi 5-0, and also beat Paraguay 2-1. The teams are getting better. Man from Portland's big ups to you. Man from Portland, I've had an absolute mare. I've had an absolute nightmare so far for my stream. A fluky start, just like Brazil. I think I'm finally settling into this one. If Brazil get a lot of pressure, they can lose. Yeah. Tell me about the first quarter of an hour of the game, man from Portland, because I couldn't see it properly. I had a couple technical difficulties. Brazil here have to deal with a free kick. Moroccans here are gearing up to take a free kick. Whips this one inside the box. That one is headed, eventually headed outside of the box by Gabriel. Back inside the box though. Good block. Very good block there by Mikey Marquinhos. Listen, they are pouncing on their door here. It's not what I want to tell you if you support Brazil, but surely you're biting your nails. 29 minutes in, call it half an hour, and you haven't offered much, if anything. And that's outside of my technical difficulties. Because as I said, even with the technical difficulties, I was quickly glancing at the game, and so far it is the Moroccans who are on the attack. The Moroccans are who are in comfortable control. They're playing with flair, and that is what you expect from Brazil. Right now, they got Brazil on the rope. Sorry to say, if you support Brazil, you guys are on the ropes at the moment. I wasn't going to trouble Gabriel. And Hakimi as well. Hakimi is playing very high up. He's playing extremely high up. Yeah, you guys are going to have to go into that halftime break with much to ponder over. You got about what, some 15 plus minutes to go until halftime. They're not looking like Brazilians. They're not looking like Brazilians at all. Haven't seen no rhythm yet. So in case you're just tuning in, it is the Brazilians who are trailing currently trailing Morocco thanks to the goal there that was scored inside the 21st minute. A delightful goal. We've seen a couple cute goals so far with opening matches of the World Cup. Yes. Yes. And that's what Starboys do. Vinny Jr. pulls the trigger. They haven't had much chances, but when you're one of the world's best, when you're one of the best players in the world, all you need is just a single chance to score something, to make something out of nothing. Morocco couldn't stop that. Vinny have pulled the trigger and they are level. 1-0. 1-1, I should say. That's more like it. Vinny draws them level. 1-1. That's lovely. Yeah, you didn't pin him down. You can't let him do that. Lovely. It's a lovely finish. That's a lovely finish. It's funny how things can turn around in a blink of an eye, isn't it? It's magical. It's magical. That was while I was just talking to you guys about lovely goals, seeing some lovely. That's another lovely goal. That's another lovely goal. Vinny Jr. Love that. So it's 1-1. It's 1-1. To be honest with you, they probably what's that? Morocco scored inside the 21st minute. So it's just about it took about what 10 minutes for Brazil to find a response. Urgent response. That's a much needed response as we get closer and closer to halftime. Vinny Jr. pulling the trigger to make it 1-1. Hakimi currently on the deck. There's a little bit of a challenge there. Maybe he might have clipped him as the goal scorer, Vinny Jr. Yeah, I think he just clipped him. That's not sinister. It's crazy how football works, isn't it? Because I was here saying that they have not offered much. They haven't done anything. They haven't been knocking on the door of the Moroccans. And all it takes is just a moment to produce something special. When you're a special player, all you really need is a moment. So he got his moment and he grabbed it with both hands. For the time being, Brazil have to deal with a free kick. Let's see. So that's two goals there where we've seen some beautiful, wonderful artistry from both sides in terms of the execution of both goals. Punched away there by Allison. Punched it all the way to the halfway line. That's a thumping punch, isn't it? Who I want to see come on though is Hendrick. That man is the gunman. He's one of my favorite players in football at the moment. And boy, I would do anything to bring him to my club. I would happily pick him up from Heathrow Airport or Gatwick and drive him to the Emirates Stadium. One of my favorite footballers at the moment. Kanil says, who you got winning this game? It's a tough one. Coming into it, I was saying Brazil, but Morocco are no pushovers, are they? They're no pushovers. We saw them at the last World Cup. Also saw them at the AFCON. As I said, they came into this one on the back end of a draw against Norway, a 1-1 draw. Before that, they secured a hat-trick of victories, 4-0 over Madagascar, 5-0 over Burundi, and also 2-1 over Paraguay. I was saying Brazil is because, we all have a soft spot for Brazil, don't we? We've all got a soft spot for Brazil. So saying Brazil. Also, I'm aware that the majority of you guys support Brazil. So I have to keep you guys sweet. So good start to the game for Morocco. Think they've been the better of the two. Again, that is outside of my technical difficulties, based on what I could see, little glimpses here and there. Definitely been the better of the two. But it is 1-1. I'm hoping that my neighbors can't hear me. And it's so funny because we always talk, a lot of people weigh very heavily on stats, but as I say, stats don't always tell the better picture. In terms of win probability, that goal there from Vinny Jr., a very well taken goal, it's turned the win probability in favor. So a yellow card there being handed out to Casemiro. Win probability has swung in favor of Brazil. 46 is the win probability for Brazil, 33 for a draw, and 21 for Morocco. It's funny, isn't it? How much a goal can change things in football. It's definitely changing and lift the mood. All those traveling Brazilians there that took over Times Square earlier on in their hundreds. A sea of yellow inside the stadium. I'm sure they're going to be feeling slightly better thanks to Vinny Jr., one of their star boys. We're always so blessed and privileged to have star boys. They're having to deal with a free kick, short free kick there from the Moroccans. Vinny Jr., look at that finish. Oh, chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. Love that. I swear to you, I wish I was inside the stadium. If I was inside the stadium, I'll be going mad. I'll be going absolutely mad. Who do you have winning, Tanil? Who do you have winning? If you're still listening to me, that is, let me know who you've got winning this one. All right. And also let me know if you guys want us to do the next game after this. Next game coming up is going to be Haiti and Scotland, who got their own little Cinderella story, right? Back on football's big stage after a lengthy wait. Paquetá. Bruno loses the ball. I do like what I'm seeing so far here, though, guys. My only disappointment is that it's not at a earlier time, which is completely out of my control, so I can properly enjoy the game and be as loud as I would like. But obviously I can't do that. 39 minutes in, and it is 1-1, thanks to Siberi. And Siberi opened up the scoring inside the 21st minute. Over 10 minutes later, it's Vinny Jr. having a say down the opposite end, making it 1-1. Haiti versus Scotland. Yes, it is Haiti versus Scotland later on. Brazil on the ball, Marquinhos. Oh, that's a good idea. Couldn't find Rafina. It's a good idea. Also a little bit too close to the goalkeeper, so that wouldn't have troubled him. Gabriel. Casemiro. Vinny. Ah, Hakimi stopped him there in his track. So the New York's mayor's in attendance. What's his background? Is he Moroccan? Does he have Moroccan roots? If that's a bit obvious, then obviously I wouldn't know. I've got Neymar on my screen. So is the mayor of New York Moroccan? He's inside the stadium, and I could have sworn I could see him in the Moroccan colors, unless my eyes are fooling me. Quick glance at him. Do let me know in the comment section. I do know that he's a gooner at heart. Mazrari, Vinny. It's a good clearance. I couldn't go to Vinny. Ball couldn't reach Vinny. Hakimi puts it inside the box. Headed away by Brazil. Morocco back in control. Brazil takes it from them. Foul. Paquetá there just waiting for contact, and he wins the foul. It's a free kick there to Brazil. And despite that, pulling the equalizer, still Morocco the better of the two for me. From me, if you guys see things differently, then do let me know. Obviously, take your hearts out of it. Take your hearts out of it. Sasha is saying that man from Portland says, I'm here for Haiti. All right, I got you covered. All right. Sasha says Argentina winning the World Cup. You think they're gonna go back to back? Interesting there, Sasha. Are you an Argentine fan? Are you Argentina fan? Are you Argentine at heart? Guimaraes, lovely stuff there from Bruno. Meswari puts his leg out. Was it a free kick? No, it's not. Bruno back up on his feet, puts this one inside the box, but Morocco deals with it. Morocco, it's going to be a free kick, isn't it? Yes, it is going to be a free kick. And he's going to get out his yellow card. I think he knew what he was doing there, doesn't he? The Brazilian. I think it's the Brazil number. Is that number 24 for Brazil? He's wagging his finger, but I think he knew what he was doing there. He definitely knew what he was doing there. Roger Ibanez, he's inside the referee's books. Diaz there with the assist for the opening goal. 4 minutes away from the 45th minute mark, and that does not include additional time. Maybe some 4 minutes of additional time. Brazil looks better with Rodrigo and Endrick. Listen, Endrick is my boy. We know we're not going to be seeing Rodrigo, are we? But Endrick, I do want to see Endrick. Ronaldo never won a World Cup as yet. This would have been a great achievement, still. So you're rooting for your GOAT. My GOAT is Ronaldinho. He made me fall in love with football. That man used to run on the sidelines. He used to run down the flank with the ball on top of his head and his buck teeth showing, and he's grinning. How can you not love him? How can you not love him? And Phil's saying that Morocco is playing much better. Definitely, definitely. I'm glad you agree, because as I said, I had some technical difficulties there, so I can only work with what I was permitted to see earlier on. Brazil, though, have a free kick. So we edge towards the 45th minute mark. You got the big Gabby inside the box, as you expect. I know he wants a World Cup goal. I know he wants the goal. All the players want a World Cup goal, don't they? That's a poor free kick. What the hell was that? That didn't trouble the Moroccans at all. So 4 minutes of added time. Bang on the money again. It's a good combination there down the right for Morocco. They've got the ball in their possession. Hakimi. Crazy, isn't it? Get a sense that you guys there in the comment section are probably not impressed with your team so far. Why would you? Diop, Hakimi. Back to Diop. Sit to his goalkeeper. Bono's for me, he looks like that guy from, I can't even remember his name now, but he looks like the guy from Money Heist. I just can't remember the character's name, which is a shame because it's one of my favorite series, if not my favorite ever series. But I'm sure you guys all know who I'm talking about. Oh, good save. Paqueta. Quetta there came close to making it 2-1. He went for something cute there with that strike. He just went for something special there, didn't he? Could have just kept it simple. Probably would have stood a better chance at putting the ball inside the back of the net. Nevertheless, good save. This one is resulted in a corner kick. Rafina standing over the ball. Sometimes it's annoying when footballers go for the spectacular. Whips it inside the box. Ah, Marquinhos, the captain, is saying it shouldn't be a goal kick. It should called goal kick. It should instead be a corner kick. See this one back on replay. Rafina whips it inside the box. I still can't see who it came off last. They're not really showing us a third replay or a second replay. Showed us a quick replay, but it didn't do us justice. So it is a goal kick to Morocco. So as I was saying, it can be a little bit frustrating there when footballers go for the spectacular and can just sometimes simplicity works best. That would have been a perfect opportunity, perfect time, I should say, to put your country out in front, making it 2-1, Vinny on the ball. Still Vinicius Jr. stopped in his track. Referee blows his whistle just as Brazil regained control. Hakimi as well. It was Hakimi there that stopped Vinny in his tracks. It looks as if his boots were showing there, doesn't it, Hakimi? I could have sworn his boots were showing there when he went for the challenge on Vinny. It's crazy. So that is it for the end of the first 45. Are you guys entertained? Probably not, because most of you support Brazil, so you're not going to be happy, are you? Say, man from Portland, do we know the game Jamaica referee? I saw the game earlier on. Sorry, I saw the match that he'll be officiating in. You're talking about Mr. Nation, aren't you? O'Shea Nation. And I can't remember. I'm not gonna lie to you, man, from Portland. I cannot remember, but I can try to see if I can find it for you because I did actually come across it earlier on. But I cannot remember. I tried to see if I can find it before we close off. I think I made a note of it on one of my tab and just kind of bookmark it. You're talking about the nation boss, right? Um, and I think it might have actually been the game that came before. So I think it was actually the Switzerland and Qatar game. I think he actually was part of the match officiators for the Switzerland and Qatar game. All right, double check that one for me, man from Portland. But I think it was the game earlier on. All right. Phil says Brazil will be playing better in the second half. I think you're not confident, are you, Warren Webster? Good night, good afternoon, I should say, Warren. So good afternoon, good evening. Let me know in the comment section, Mr. Webster. Crystal watching the big. I have to. I came on air and I for the first 20 minutes, me and Brazil were singing from the same hymn sheet. Absolute wobble. I had a wobble at the start of the live stream, technical difficulties, couldn't see the match. I was muted. I was doing an introduction and I was muted. A muted intro. Yes, you heard that correctly. A muted intro. Let's go ahead and look at the halftime stats. Can see how we're looking here on the screen in front of you, right? Hopefully you can see it. If you can't see it, don't worry, I've got you covered. So as I said, goals do change things in football. Obviously, football is a results game. Morocco are up against the team to have won it the most. No other nation has lifted the greatest prize in football more times than the Brazilians. You guys can see the stats there on the screen in front of you. If you can't, don't worry, I've got you covered. In terms of shots, it is 5 shots there for Brazil, 11 for Morocco. Shots and targets, 2 apiece. Vinny Jr. finding the back of the net to draw the equalizer, and it was a delightful finish from one of Brazil's star boys. But before that, it was Morocco, you got the party started. Only a party if you support Morocco, that is Ismail Saberi inside the 21st minutes. And 2 delightful goals, I should say. And it's all about the finish, the technique and the finish. Similar to what we saw in yesterday's game when we're talking about which goal is better. Is it the second goal from Florian Balogun, or is it the fourth goal from Gio? Technique and finish. And I think for these 2 goals there, it's more or less the same, isn't it? The technique and the finish for both of those goals there. I enjoyed watching both of them, mind you. Passes, it is 257 for Brazil, 205 for Morocco. Pass accuracy, 87% for Brazil, 88 for Morocco. So as close as you like with that one, probably a little bit too close for comfort. Close in terms of fouls as well, 8 apiece. Yellow card, it is 2 yellow cards for Brazil. For Brazil, 0 for Morocco. Thankfully, no red cards, 0 offsides. 2 corners for Brazil. Surprises me that this one is saying 0 corners for Morocco. And that is how we're looking. And of course, this is the group here for Haiti, our Haitian brothers. They're going to be taking on Scotland in some hours' time. I think that is a 2 a.m. kickoff for myself. So I won't even have time to breathe before we jump into that one. But Brazil produced a raised eyebrow moment for Don Carlo, the greatest manager of all time. If you disagree with me on that one, do let me know. I think if he can bring home the crown to Brazil, he will no doubt be dubbed as the greatest manager in football, the greatest of all time. He has won it all. We're not going to look at Everton. I know some of you are going to be saying, but what did he do with Everton? No disrespect, but look at what he had on offer with Everton. All right. But outside of that, Milan, he won it. Chelsea did it. Juve did it. Real Madrid did it. Been there, done that. He sits above the rest. Brazil have work to do. If I'm going to be honest with you, I know some of you won't want to hear this one, but that was a sloppy start from the Brazilians. It was actually the Moroccans that looked like Brazilians in the first 45, asking all the necessary questions, and they were rewarded with the opening goal. I was growing in concerns for the Brazilians. Was kind of worried. I'm thinking I was not expecting this much of a sloppy start, losing the ball cheaply, losing the ball cheaply. But as I said, goals changes everything. And when you have superstars in your team, superstars do what superstars does best, and that is to bring your team back into it. And that's exactly what the big man Vinny Jr. did. What a finish from Vinny Jr. There's always this talk, and I think it is one of those players that is very much disrespected. I think very different to Neymar. I don't think they're comparable, very different to Neymar. Vinny doesn't do what Neymar does or what Neymar can, but you have to still put respect on his name. You got to put respect on his name. And from what I could see for the first 45, he's the one that's really getting the Brazilians going, quite literally pulling the trigger for the equalizer. And in certain periods of the game, you can see him trying to bring the crowd into it, trying to tell them, trigger their emotions, be the ultimate 12th man. Because I think for certain periods of that game, especially with regards to how the Brazilians were playing, there was some little whisper of boos here and there. And you can bet your last penny, your last dollar, that the boos weren't for the Moroccans. The boos weren't coming from the Moroccans inside the stadium. I'm not inside the stadium, but I can almost bank my last quid that the boos were coming from the Brazilians. And that's a shame because the Brazilians showed out in their numbers. They pretty much took over Times Square. Anyone would think that it was the USA that were playing or gearing up to play Morocco. They showed out in their numbers, a sea of yellow and blue in their numbers. One thing about Brazilians, they are emotionals. If there's one set of people that love to cry, it surely the award has to go to Brazil. Them love ball, but that comes from passion, that comes from heart, that comes from pride, national pride. And if you're looking for aesthetically pleasing football, sorry to say, don't shoot the messenger. I can only tell you what I can see. It's aesthetically pleasing football. Didn't come from the Brazilians. The Seleção didn't come from them for the first 45. It came from Morocco. And it's so funny because I came across a quote and I thought it was a fake quote, but paraphrasing, there was a quote floating around on Twitter, right? And it was saying from the captain, Hakimi, the Morocco captain, that is, that in Africa, Morocco are viewed as the Brazilian as the Brazilians of Africa. And I thought, well, I've never heard that before. And then I see them play it against Brazil, and I'm thinking, okay, that's I don't believe in the quotes. I don't believe he said it, but I just thought that's an odd coincidence because they look more Brazilian than Brazil are looking right now. But it is the first 45. It's still a long 45 to go. Cheer up if you support Brazil. I don't think you're going to lose this one. You've got the gunman on the bench. And I think if he comes on, heads will roll. I'm a massive fan of his, so that's probably why I'm saying that. But that boy, the big stage doesn't scare him. The big stage does not scare him. And I'm wondering what Real Madrid are going to do with him because I'll take him in a heartbeat. You want me to pick him up from Heathrow or Gatwick? Just say, I'll do it free of charge. I'll pick him up from Heathrow, I'll pick him up from Gatwick, and I would take him to the Emirates free of charge. Massive fan of his. Brazil are not in control of this game. They haven't looked like being in control at no point of the first 45. I'm going to keep it real with you. But you're looking at the nation to have won it the most. Yes, they haven't lifted the crown. They're chasing their sixth World Cup title. And if they do go on to do so for this year's FIFA Men's World Cup, it will be the first time doing so since 2002. My apologies. Since 2002, they've created a record extending 23 times. Can you imagine? How many nations can say that? No other nation can say that. Since 1930, competed at every single World Cup. How many nations sits in their category? None. I have full faith in them that they can come out and will come out in the second 45 and put up a much better performance. No, there was tears at the 2022 World Cup quarterfinals there for the Brazilians. Does anyone think that they can do better than that? Will we see them in the semis? Will we see them in the finals? Do let me know in the comment section. But 23 World Cup appearances. No one does it better than them. No one does it better than the Brazilians. That's unbelievable, isn't it? A run of successive World Cup qualifications since 1930. And this is why I say the home of football is Brazil. I know who the home of football belongs to, but for me, it's Brazil. I might have to whisper that quietly because I don't want to piss off any neighbor of mine. But surely it has to be Brazil, right? Worst World Cup to memory can think of for Brazil. I think the manner in which they got dusted in 2024, you guys don't want me to go down that avenue, do you? I'm not going to go down there. I don't want to upset you guys. Let me see what you guys are saying in the comment section. Let me see. You're saying Blessing. You're saying Hendrix. Yes. Trust the Jamaicans to put a H where the H doesn't even need to belong. But yes, this team won't cut it. Me Brazil. If you say ball, Man, say my ball in the comment section, they won't win the World Cup. Hey, look, sometimes you have to speak things into existence. The stranger things have happened, my friend. Stranger things have happened. Stranger things, and you're saying Brazil not ready. Really, vibe steam of football, aesthetically pleasing football, absolutely. Aesthetically pleasing football, absolutely. So you're saying 19 what you're saying there in the comment section, 1982. I wasn't even thought of in 1982. I was not even thought of in 1982. And to remind you guys again, because I had some technical difficulties and you guys probably didn't hear me, technical difficulties at the start of the show. I know spoken about this on other live streams outside of the World Cup content, but next up for the 2030 FIFA Men's World Cup, again, it will be hosted by 3 nations. Do you guys know who will be hosting the World Cup come 2030? One of the co-hosts is Morocco. Who are the other 2? Don't cheat. Let me know in the comment section. If you've been listening to me, you should know, even outside of the World Cup content, because I have said it before. Let me know the other 2 co-hosts for the 2030 FIFA Men's World Cup. Brazil need to sub on Hendrick and Henrique, my gun boy. My gun boy. Hendrick, the trigger man. Bring him on. Bring him on. It's all about vibes. It's all about partying. It's all about samba. Let his feet dance. Sorry, massive fan of Hendrick. Massive, massive fan of Hendrick. Thiago is leading the line. Sorry, guys, I got a little bit of a cough. So it's Thiago that's leading the line there for Brazil. Vinny, as I said, pull the trigger for the equalizer. You got Bruno there with the assist. Diaz with the assist for Morocco. And their gunman was Saberi. And as amazing as the Liverpool man is between the sticks, one of the world's best, especially when Liverpool were in the groove. I was so Brazil was extremely fortunate, especially when these 2 goalkeepers playing for Man City, Edison no longer plays for City. When he was at City and Alisson at Liverpool, both of them just tormenting the Premier League with both of their teams respectively. 2 teams they're going for the title. Couldn't find better goalkeepers than them when they were going at it. So Brazil are privileged in that department. But even as great of a player as Alisson is, it could not stop that goal. You can't hate on a goal like that. You just have to sit back and appreciate it. You just have to say, well, these things happen. Second 45 is almost underway. So someone in the comment section says they want the Haiti match. You guys want the Haiti match, right? So I guess I have to. What time is it? What's my time? It's just gone past. It's 8 minutes past 12 o'clock my end. All right, so I'll gear up that Haiti match for you guys later on. All right, just bear with me. I feel good when I'm in your arms. Feels good. Sorry, I can't sing. Jamaica, Brazil, give me Jamaica flashback. Defense looks suspect. Alex fell off big time. He's not Brazilian right now. You're not a happy bunny in the comment section there, are you? Yeah, look, Gabriel, as I said, Gabriel Magalhaes, he'll be kicking himself. He'll be kicking himself. But as it relates to Allison, the big man, Allison with the with the headband, he couldn't stop that. Certain goals can't be stopped. Sorry, but certain goals just cannot be stopped. Gearing up for the second 45. And guess what? We have an immediate substitution. We have an immediate substitution. He's not pissing about, is he? So we've got 2 substitutions there. I just want to see my screen. Or actually, let me bring up on the screen in front of me. So we've got 2 substitutions there for Brazil. The gaffer isn't pissing about, is he? Gonna read that to you guys when it pops back up on my screen, all right? Want to make sure I get the players' names right. So you got 2 substitutions here. Brazil's about to kick us off for the second 45. 2 halftime changes. The gunman isn't on just yet, though. The gunman isn't on just yet. And we are back underway. And as I said, we've got two substitutions. I don't think you guys can see it on the screen in front of you. So don't worry, I've got you covered. So it is Danilo in, Casemiro off, Fabinho in, Roger Ibanez, my apologies, he is off. So that's two halftime substitutions there. Another one of the that's one of your boys, isn't it? Former Liverpool man Fabinho, the man there who has won it all. Won it all. It is Champions League, Premier League, the domestic trophy for Liverpool as well with his teammates. Alisson, Casemiro on a yellow. Yes, he has to tread carefully. There's a few yellow cards there for the first 45. Gonna try and see if I can go back over those yellow cards there for you guys. Before I forget my manners, massive thank you to those of you there for tuning into my live stream. I'm still annoyed that I had a muted mic at the start of my stream. Really upsetting, but what can I do? Absolutely nothing. I can't do anything about that. Cannot do anything about that. And I know Neymar would do anything in his power if it wasn't for injuries, he definitely would be in the starting 11, wouldn't he? So yes, it's the two yellow cards there. So Don Carlo playing it safe. Roger Ibanez had a yellow card, as did Casemiro. The two yellow cards. Only two yellow cards there of the first 45. Morocco have to deal with a set piece. Big Gabby, he's itching for a goal, isn't he? He's got a corner kick here for Brazil. Best delivery. Marquinhos with a pop-up goal. I think the defense did its job just then. So I think we have to retake that. That's another, no, not a retake. That's another corner kick to Brazil. Whips it inside the box. Couldn't get a touch there. Vinny on the ball. Vinny dancing. Vinny is stopped. Couldn't get past his man that time. Diaz on the ball. Diaz is stopped. Free kick here for Morocco. Fabinho comes across and stops Diaz. So make sure you guys go ahead and hit that like button if you've not done so. Before I forget my manners, thank you so much for blessing me with moments of your time. That's my G. Brazil not ready. Good job, says Brave 876. Yeah, it's not the performance that I was expecting from Brazil. Akimi here down on the deck. Looks like it was a step on the foot of Hakimi. And that was Bruno. Bruno's got a bit of a nasty side to him, doesn't he? It's not even a bit. He's such a little so and so. I don't even want to say the word. Happy if you have him in your team. But when he's up against you, he's got that little nasty side to him. Lucky not to find himself in the referee's book. Challenge there on the feet of Captain Hakim is rewarded in a free kick. Don't know if I would want him in my team because knowing. Listen, Puss and Dog don't have the same luck. Talent-wise, yes, but I just don't know if you're gonna cost me a point or a couple points. I don't know if you're gonna get suspended because, as I said, Puss and Dog don't have the same luck as it relates to Bruno. Guimaraes. Neymar here on the bench. You're not going to be seeing your boy Neymar. You're not going to be seeing him. Mazwari, Morocco still in possession. They have the better start here. 5 minutes into the second, 4-5. Once again, have a better start to the game compared to their opponents. Still on the ball, moving the ball well around the Brazilians. It's not an everyday language, that is it? Although with modern Brazil, perhaps it is. Hakimi. Hakimi on the run. That's a lot of space. So you can see the space. Good interception there. That was a necessary interception. He was charging inside the box. Ball down the other hand. Vinny on the wing. Vinny on the run. Vinny on the run. Vinny inside the box. That's a player there, Vinny Jr. You can't leave one man on him. You gotta put some bodies on him. You gotta put a number of players on him to really stifle his creativity, not give him any breathing space, right? Def- so as I said earlier on, we've already had a raised eyebrow moments. Not Carlo, not the Don raising his eyebrows, but definitely the Brazilian fans raising their eyebrows at their team. Can't believe what they're seeing. Definitely raised eyebrows for them. 52 minutes on the clock here, guys. Brazil on the ball. Fabinho, Paquetá, Rafino running inside the box. Rafino inside the box, trying to find his teammate that is booted away by Morocco. That's a throw in here for, I think it was Rafina there trying to find Thiago. Defense did its job there though. So throw in here for Brazil. Vinny, Fabinho, Marquinhos, Gabriel, Paquetá, Vinny, Bruno dispossessed. I think it looked like was Paqueta there running inside the box. I think it was. Vinny. It's a good pass. Ah, no free kick. Referee waste advantage Brazil. Thought he was going to was going to blow his whistle for a foul and a free kick, but no, he decides to just wave play on to Brazil. Fabinho here shaking his head. Understand why. Thankfully, the referee didn't draw his card, but yes, sometimes those type of fouls are necessary, isn't it? Fabinho here fouling Hakimi. He's shaking his head like I can't understand why that is. All true Brazilian fans say they're here on a hope and prayer. The only reason I'm cheering for them is in the CAF finals. Oh, okay. You're talking about the AFCON finals. Is that what you're talking about? I think we spoke about CAF awarding the finals, the winner, the winner of the finals to Morocco. I think that's what you're alluding to. Mesrari. Good takedown there. Mesrari on the driving run forward. Tekivi. Got some room, but that doesn't go any far. Marquinhos gets in his way. Diop, Vinny, Paqueta. As I said, sometimes you just have to commit yourself to a tackle. You just got to commit yourself to a foul because you can't really allow certain players to be on their skates, can you? Steadily approaching the 60-minute mark, and it is still 1-1 as things stand. You stop the clock at this moment in time, points shared. But of course, you guys don't want that, do you, in the opening match? Wants to win. Bala Figada. That's an intriguing name. I like your name, like your handle. Yes, Senegal, Morocco, and what happened there. Otherwise, we know that Morocco is the better team this year. Okay. I hear you. I understand you. I have no idea who these people are on my TV, but the camera is just focusing on them. I'm assuming there's some celebrities, but Brazilian celebrities, but don't ask me who they are. I don't have a Scooby. A draw is good for both, says Warren. Aurora and Mr. Webster, I want chaos, my friends. It's gone past 12 a.m. I am here for chaos. I'm here for goals. I'm here for vibes. Do go ahead and make sure you hit that like button. It doesn't cost you a penny. So, guys, you say you want the Haiti game next, right? Let me know in the comment section. I think only one of you said you want the Hater game. Let me know in the comment section if you want the Hater game. Tiago here. Ego Tiago shaking his head. So a goal kick there for the Moroccan goalkeeper. Think based on what you guys said last night, because they are so you said we want Haiti next. I got you covered for Haiti. But you've got to hit that like button. Morocco on the ball. Let's see if he can be dispossessed. Diaz isn't too hot to handle. Brazilians do their job, regain control of the ball. Guimaraes, Gabriel, Allison, Marquinhos, Rafina. He fouls him. It's a foul and Rafina. A little bit of passing going on. Come on, Diaz. So yeah, it's yeah, he catches him in the face, doesn't he? Paqueta he does catch Diaz in his face. Stop sulking and just get on with it. I don't know what he's wanting. If he's wanting the goalkeeper to not the goalkeeper, if he wants the referee to foul him, that's Brahim Diaz, mind you. Oh, hand in the face there from Paqueta. Vinny on the ball. Fabino. Marquinhos. Santos. Vinny again. To Marquinhos. Rafina. Gabriel. Vinny. I could see his vision there from Vinny. Try to play with teammates up top. Good reading of the game there from the Moroccan defense. Diop boots this one long. Not sure who he was trying to find there because there's no way that was going to trouble Allison between the sticks, and it was way past his teammates down the opposite end in the attack. Nevertheless, Morocco are back on the ball. No, I do fancy a last minute goal for this one. Why not? I fancy a last minute goal. In case you guys are wondering, just to go over that 60 minutes here on the clock, and it is currently the points being shared, 1 point apiece. That is the current scoreline that you guys are looking at, 1-1. Vinny Jr. pegged back Morocco inside the 31st minutes. Delightful strike from the Real Madrid star. Looking at a double substitution, but before that, some 10 minutes earlier, it was Saberi for Morocco that pulled the trigger. Paqueta is one of the players coming off. So Paqueta and Thiago, they are off, and they're being replaced by the Manchester United man Cunha and also Luis Henrique. Someone was asking for Henrique. Someone in the comment section was asking for Henrique. Who was it that was asking for him? So Cunha is on. Man United man is on. And also Henrique. I'm sure one of you were asking for Henrique in the comment section, right? We would like that Haiti and Scotland game next. All right. This is the second time you guys have asked me. Let me load up the stream for that one. Let me fix the stream for that one. I can't have you guys ask me again. So let me just fix the stream up for that one. I'm gonna send you guys a link in the comment section. You guys can click on the link for me, all right? So let me just load that one up. 62 minutes here on the clock. I'm gonna pin something in the comment section, and this will basically, you can click on this one to watch the game, the next live watch along. But let me try and see if I can do something my end to force you guys over to the subsequent live stream that will come after this. Let's see if I can do something my end for you guys. Hold on. How do we do this? Let's have a quick little play around. So after this live stream, I don't think you guys have to click the link. You should be guided over onto the second live stream. But if you aren't, if it doesn't take you to the second live stream, just click the link. I'm going to see if I can do a pinned comment. I'm going to see if I can pin this link in the comment section, and you guys can go ahead and watch it. Watch the next live stream with myself. Right, so you guys can cast your eyes at the top of my comment sections. Click that link if this one doesn't redirect you at the end of this live stream, all right? I think after this, I just have to close off. So in about 1 hour time, I should be starting the second live stream. The blood to the mouth of Fabino. Surely he has to come off. I hate looking at blood. I don't like blood, guys. I hate it. It's crazy because we can't live without it. Ugh. I hope they don't put him back on the screen. He needs to step to the side, wash out his mouth. So Morocco here going with a substitution. I think they're lining up a double substitution here. So Morocco going for a double substitution. So let's just see these double Unahi coming off. Just wait for this one to actually pop up on my screen so I can tell you guys exactly who's coming off. So just bear with me for that double substitution there for the lobby. Is one of the players there coming on for Morocco. And Morabet is also coming on. Just want to see, is that 3 substitutions that they're going for? Looks like they're going for a hat trick of substitution, but let's just wait for confirmation on Diaz is also coming off. Brahim Diaz is coming off. Yeah, I think they've gone for a hat trick of some substitution. So Saime Morobets, my apologies. Bilal, those are the 2 of the players there coming on. Sorry, Bilal is coming off and Morobet is on. Sorry for the confusion. And Talbi is on. and also Unahi is off. And I'm pretty sure they made another substitution. I'm sure it was a hat trick of substitutions. It's just so far I can only see two on the screen in front of you. I'm sure my TV screen showed Diaz also gearing up to come off, but let's just hold fire and see. Sure, I saw him coming off. Let's just wait a little while to see if I can give you guys that. All right. Still 1-1, 65 minutes on the clock. You are more than welcome. You are more than welcome. I see you in the comment section there saying thank you. More than welcome. Brazil here knocking on the door for their second goal. He was trying to play that one to his teammate, but Mazzari denied him. He said, no, no chance. Come again. I'm still not seeing so maybe Diaz is still on the field because my screen hasn't uploaded. Although my TV screen was saying that he was coming off. Rafina. Uh Bruno whipped it across. Who was it that was inside the box? Ah, that was Rafina. But that pass there from Bruno just pretty much fizzed across goal. Too much there for Rafina. He couldn't make contact. Had he made contact, it would have been 2-1 Brazil. I fancy Brazil pulling the trigger once more, guys. Brazil, I think Brazil gonna win this one 2-1. Sure, someone in the comment section said 2-1 Brazil earlier on as well, right? I think you're gonna be bang on the money. Currently, we're looking at a hydration break. I don't know what my TV was telling me. I can't tell if it's my TV screen that's inaccurate or if it's the screen in front of me because I can't see where Diaz went off. Raheem Diaz. Did he go off? Did you guys see a substitution of Diaz your end? So Brazil's best player, Vinny. Vinny is their best player. Let me know if you disagree with that one. What's the odds of us enjoying the Haiti and Scotland game better than this one? So it's feeling like it's going to be. Feeling like we're going to enjoy that one much more better than this current game. Mind you, most of you in the comment section are Brazilian fans, so you probably will enjoy it more. That was a classy finish from Saberi. That's a classy finish. And then look at this honor here from Vinny Jr. What's he waiting on to bring on my boy? Bring on my boy, Hendrik, the gunman. Don, I can't tell you what to do, but come on, Carlo. Come on, Carlo. Do the right thing. Do the right thing. Hendrik at the death. Hendrik with the winner. Hendrik with the match winner. I'm gonna go with Hendrik with the match winner. He's not even on the field. I don't even think I've seen him on the bench. Though the screen in front of me says that he sat on the bench. I've not seen the camera pan on to him at no point. 69 minutes on the clock. I fancy Hendrik grabbing the headlines. Hydration break there. The players are using it to hydrate themselves. Little massage there to the thigh of Bruno. What I would do to put myself inside one of these stadiums for the World Cup. What I would do to do that. Again, if you've not hit the like button, please do go ahead and hit the like button. It does not cost you a penny. Also want a Brazil shirt. I want a Brazil jersey. I don't own a Brazil jersey, but I do want a Brazil jersey. I mean, how can you not? They have one of the best jerseys in the game, right? There's a couple delightful jerseys. Curaçao's second jersey, and based on the rules, the FIFA rules, and if they don't exit the group stage, they won't don their second. Their I think it is their second jersey, so their away jersey, right? So they have to exit the group in order to play in their away jersey based on the rules. We're also going to be talking about jerseys. There's been a couple controversies, controversial decision making from FIFA where jerseys are concerned. We're going to talk about that on the next live stream coming up after this one. All right. Bono. Come on, Donna, bring on my boy. And there it goes. I know I wasn't bugging out. My eyes wasn't fooling me. So finally, the system has updated itself, and Diaz came off for Talby. So it was two substitutions. So my system has updated itself. So it was Diaz that came off for Talby, and Morabets came on for Onahi. Oh, sorry about the confusion here, guys. I want to show that one on the screen in front of you just to avoid any confusion. So you guys can see it right here, right? Just for some transparency there, you guys can see this one on the screen in front of you. I'm not sure why it was showing initially 3 substitutions. So if it changes again, I will let you guys know, but hopefully not. Not really sure why it's fraffing around. Hopefully not. Santos, Cunha, Vinny, Morocco trying something cute. Gabriel was having none of it there at the back. You usually see the fireworks at the knockout stages, don't you? Tends to be the case of World Cups. You usually see the fireworks at the knockout stage, but I didn't want to jump on screen during the knockout stage. I want to try and give you guys as many watch alongs as possible. Which so far it has left me feeling extremely tired. I woke up this morning, I think I got about 4.5 hours of sleep, and I was just sat there in my bed. I was like, why am I doing this? It's like, because you love the game. That's why. You love the game and you love your viewers and subscribers. That is why you're doing it. And that is why I will be back. I might make myself a cup of tea just to keep me going. You're looking at speed and the original Ronaldo. Speed is in his Real Madrid jersey. He's probably got Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo on the back. We know he's a massive Ronaldo fan, isn't he? He says that Ronaldo and Portugal will win the World Cup. There's a footage of Speed and Zlatan and Henri going around where he's speaking to them. I think they were on set, their World Cup set, and Speed said that Ronaldo is going to win the World Cup. Zlatan, I think, took the mic away from him and just ushed him to the side. Mazzari, Hakimi, Morabet, Mazzari. He went low for a low pass there. Good reading of the game there by the veteran Fabinho. Kicks that one away. Kick that out of danger. Good reading there from Fabinho. That's what you get from the old heads in the game, isn't it? That's what you get from the old heads. How old is Fabinho? Is what it's not even that old. Only what, 32 years of age. It's not old, is it? But in football terms, yes. Outside of football, not old, is it? Definitely not. Definitely not. Back to the game. Allison, Marquinhos, Gabby, Vinny, Gabby, Seems like Cunha has caused a little bit of a frustration there for his teammates. Would also be delightful if he could bag a goal, put his name on the score sheets. Marquinhos, Santos, back to Santos, Gabby, Vinny. He's got about 3 men on him and he lost the ball quite cheaply there, Vinny Jr. Unlike him, but he's trying to track it back. He's trying to regain possession. Hasn't managed to do so. It's a very cheap way to give away the ball there from Vinny. Unlike him. Time being, it looks like Morocco are gearing up for another double substitution. They're currently on the ball. Missouri. It's definitely not like him to do so. Kimi. Taubi. Got Sabari there on the ball, the goal scorer. Taubi, oh, puts that one into danger. And I think that was booted away by Big Gabby at the back. Fortunately for Brazil, there's no Moroccans there in the center of the goal. Good for them that luckily for them, luckily for Brazil there was no Moroccans there. Good pass, but the only man that he could pass out, the only player that ball found its way to was Big Gabby. Easy clearance for him. No one there to trouble him. Vinny down the other end. Yeah, boy. Wow. Rafina. Good ball there from Vinny to Rafina. Went straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. Think the goalkeeper might have twisted his ankle. So that goal, that strike there from Rafina, first glance, it didn't look like the best of strike, but it potentially looked as if it caused the goalkeeper some sort of trouble because he's holding on. So I think it says, what's that? His left ankle. Players are using the temporary pause to rehydrate themselves, and it looks like Brazil are gearing up for another substitution. So there's a hydration break here, guys. 78 minutes on the clock. So in the meantime, it is Morocco going with a double substitution. Hakimi has put in a shift. Hakimi has definitely put in a shift. It's what captain does, isn't it? Bruno is one of the players here coming off for Brazil. I'm gonna wait a while to see all these substitutions to come through, and then I'll give them to you guys in a few. All right, but Bruno is coming off. Danilo Santos is on for Brazil. So you got two Santos there on the field of play. Just want to wait for those substitutions there to finally come through. Bring that up on the screen there for you guys to see the rest of the substitutions. There's something here that I need to do my end. So let's go ahead and see something. So 80 minutes there on the clock. Something else that I need to bring up for you guys, but I can't see it for the love of God. So just have to kind of just let this one roll for the time being. What time is it? Quarter to 1 a.m. Can't see what I'm searching for. Let's see what I am searching for. Vinny to Rafina. Rafina. Pass it to Santos. That's the substitute Santos, mind you. Cunha inside the box. Cunha. He's won a corner. He's won a corner. Yeah, he done really well there, Cunha. He had about 2 players close to him. So what's the reason for not bringing on the gunman then? He brought him on the in the last match, didn't he? What's the reason? Is there something that I'm missing out here? Scored a delightful goal against Egypt in the 2-1 win. Was the winner in the end. So it wasn't a corner. It looked like it was a corner initially. Apparently, it's not a corner. It's a goal kick. Thought that was a corner. I thought Cunha done well there with two man close to him. Mistake at the back. Oh, good reading of the game. Oh, I think that was Diop that made a mistake. Bono was well on a hot alert. He had to come out for that one. Diop was a sloppy mistake at the back. Rafina was off on his bike. The goalkeeper came out, and in the end, I think Rafina, he looks like a skinny fella, doesn't he? But he managed to body check Bono, and Bono is bigger than him in size, and I think also in height. Diop, Issa Diop looks back at his goalkeeper, I think, with a wink. I think it was either his goalkeeper, or I don't think his goalkeeper appreciates that wing because of his mistake at the back there. Could have been the reason why his team is 2-1 down for the time being. He's part of the reason as to why his teammate Bono is currently receiving some medical treatments too. I think that is his right close to him. Let's see that one back on. It's his right shoulder, I think. Close to his shoulder. Could be all right. He's getting some medical treatment here though. 83 minutes in. You got Melkinos and also Rafina close to him. Rafina, I think, is very apologetic. I don't think there's anything sinister in that. You see it all day long in football, don't you? But I don't think that was deliberate. For the time being, you do have the backup goalkeeper here for Morocco currently warming up on the sidelines. Hopefully, we won't be forced into a goalkeeper substitution. Bono is back up on his feet. He's having a little bit of a chat there with Rafina. Rafina gives him a smile. So it looks like all is well. That's what we like to see. Zinedine Zidane. Zinedine Zidane. We all know where he's heading after the World Cup, don't we? So, see what you guys are saying there, and that you doing great. Oh, I don't think I'm doing great. I think you guys are way too nice to me. I don't think I am, but you're a superstar. Thank you, Fabino. And Casemiro, 70-year-old ish. Fresh legs, fresh face. So what's the reason for not bringing on my gunman? Tell me in the comment section, what's the reason for not bringing on my gunman? What have I missed? What have I missed? Eh? What's the reason? What's the reason? Let me know in the comment section. See, 85 minutes there on the clock. Morocco in attack, dispossessed by Brazil. Cunha doing some defensive duties. That's what we like to see. Gabriel on the ball, pass this one to his goalkeeper, Allison. Allison's going to go back, so Gabriel. Gabriel, so Fabinho, nice little turn there, comfortable turn, no one on him. Marquinhos on the ball. And we're going to jump right into the second game at the end of this one, right? Santos. Vinny on the ball, but Vinny is currently being sandwiched, and that's kind of the game plan that you have to have with a talent like Vinny Jr. Two-man on Vinny Jr., stifle out the creativity. Hakimi. Diop. Diop to his goalkeeper. That time he makes the right decision. Wardy. Woof. Marquinhos kicks this one out. 83 minutes here on the clock. If you've not hit the like button, what are you waiting on? Do you go ahead and hit the like button? So before I started the live stream, I had a cup of coffee. Is it wise to have another cup of coffee, or is that too many coffees, and will it keep me up after the Haiti and Scotland game? I needed a kick because I was feeling very tired, but is it unwise to go for another coffee? Let me know in the comment section, all right? Game's kind of evened out as we close off on the final moments, 87 minutes. I fancied chaos at the end. I fancied a last minute goal. We saw a last minute goal in the game before this, Switzerland taking on Qatar. Good ball inside the box, but that is headed down calmly by the captain. Fantastic for Brazil. Oh, Sabari's coming off here, guys. Want to see the back of him, don't you? After that delightful goal, lovely goal, high five to the captain. That's a 10 to the captain. He's been substituted off, and he's been met with some claps there, as he should. So the goal scorer has gone off. A handful of substitutions there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Brazil's had 5 substitutions. I think their opponents have had what, 4 substitutions? So I guess I have to wait to see Hendrick, right? Gonna have to wait to see Hendrick. Throw in here by Hakimi. The best midfielder, Zuzu. Yeah, again, when I was playing video games back in the day, Zidane had to be in my team. My team felt like a cheat code, like I shouldn't be allowed to have this team. I had Buffon in goal. Buffon was my keeper. Back in my Pro Evolution soccer days, Buffon was my keeper. Morocco standing over a free kick. Gonna whip this one inside the box. It's not gonna cause any trouble. That one is chested down by his teammates. Brazil back in control temporarily. He's fouled. A foul there on Cunha. we have to also put aside our hearts and use our head and realize that 10 minutes, Fergie time plus tax, 10 minutes of added time. Vinny is fouled there. I think he was trying to be off on his skates. He was fouled in the process. The Brazil bench were up asking questions. Free kick quickly taken. Fabinho. Marquinhos. Rafina! Oh, oh, he tried to pull it back. Who did he pull it back to? Cunha on the ball. He went for Vinny, but they didn't reach Vinny. Back to Morocco. Come on, boys. Bono on the ball. Think he needed support there, Rafina, hence trying to find his teammate Fabinho on the ball. Vinny. Vinny on his bikes. Hakimi does his job. There's 1v1 there between Hakimi and Vinny. That one ends in a corner to Brazil. Let's see what the Celestials got in store for us. Can they nick a winner inside the 91st minutes? We have 10 minutes, so that's nine more minutes to go. Big Gabby inside the box. Cunha standing over the free kick. Cunha of Manchester United. See what he can do with this corner kick. Puts it inside the box. Good ball. It's too much to it, a matter of fact. Goes back out to Brazil, regained by Cunha. Sliding tackle there from Morocco. So corner here to Brazil. Cunha steps up again. Let's see if he can put in a better ball this time. Wasn't the best of efforts there. Let's see what he can do with this one. Puts it inside the box. Oh, the keeper punched that one away. Brazil still in control. Back inside the box. Ah, Santos, but that's the substitute Santos. That wasn't going to trouble the goalkeeper. Safely in the hands of the keeper. Ah, Mr. Webster said at least Vinny no roll around like Neymar. Yeah, Neymar and him look of foolishness, and then you had people just following him, isn't it? He made the headlines for all the wrong reasons. I don't know why he was doing that. It was so blatantly obvious as well. So blatantly obvious. Very annoying. Massive thank you to those of you who have rocked with me for what, 2 hours and 26 minutes. I think I have maybe just some, see, less than half an hour to go and hydrate myself, grab some fruits, and then go again for the next live watch along. Hope to see you guys over for the next live watch along. All right. Looks like the points are going to be shared, although we do have 7 big minutes to go. Let's see what Brazil or Morocco has in store for us. Squeaky bong time. Hang on. Game's not done just yet. Hakimi on the run, but Brazil's Gabriel does enough. I think it was Hakimi that found his teammate there. Yes, it was. I think it was Hakimi. I need to watch that one back on replay. Can't see who made that pass. Think in the end it was going down and I think he hit his head on the floor, but there's nothing sinister there from Big Gabby. Still can't see who made that pass to him. Still can't see which teammate made that pass to him. Anyways, they've got a corner kick here to deal with. I saw Brazil have a corner kick to deal with. Let's see if anything can come of it. Hopefully not for you guys in the comment section. Whips this one inside the box. Doesn't trouble Brazil. Headed away there by Big Gabby. That's a throw in there to Morocco. We still got 5 minutes. Fergie time we've got now. Please do go ahead and hit the like button. Throw in taken by Morocco. That doesn't trouble Marquinhos. He heads it away out of danger. Up here, therefore, he loses the ball. Brazil lost possession. Morocco back in possession. Morocco on the ball. Both teams losing possession quite cheaply there. Bono boots this one out. Gabriel, sloppy at the back there by Gabriel. Didn't get the timing of his header accurate. Thankfully, it doesn't come to anything. But then Fabinho's been pulled back here for a challenge. Gabriel don't know if it's the nerves. I mean, he's not a stranger to the big occasions. Not sure if he's feeling nervous. Wouldn't like to think that the Champions League missed penalty, which pretty much crowned PSG Kings once more. Mentally, I couldn't think that's troubling him, but yeah, he need to shake it off if he's carrying any nerves, he needs to shake it off because he's way better than that. Not the best of Big Gabby or tonight's game. That free kick went straight into the hands of the big man between the sticks, Allison. He wasn't troubling him, was he? Pepper, shrimp, and pop choy with white rice just now. Beef soup lunch. So you know that pop choy is Chinese cabbage. Did you know that? You know that it's Chinese cabbage? I learned that because I went into my store asking for it, and I was saying every different name that you can think of. Like you have pak choy, you have bok choy, and they're like what? And I'm just like, what do you guys even call this? So I just Googled it, and I just like, oh, it's Chinese cabbage. One shop knew it as Chinese cabbage, but then my other supermarket, funny enough, it says pak choy. So I was like, oh, okay. And I also learned that they can grow it in Spain, which doesn't come as a surprise, but I was still a little bit surprised. Vinny, uh, looked like that was that a shove to the back of Vinny? He's coming to a more for central position there on Vinny Jr. 4 minutes of the added 10 minutes to go. Doesn't look like we're going to get a Qatari-esque finish. So Qatari there pulled the trigger at the death in their game against Switzerland. Morocco! Woo, good save. Allison. Allison. I spoke too soon. Allison. It's the Morocco big number 24 there. And it could have snuck its way in. Big save there from Allison. Big save from Allison. Well alert. That's what experience does for you. For goalkeepers, you can't afford to sleep at the back, can you? And that is a corner kick here to Morocco. Probably the last kick of the ball. Hakimi standing. Is it a corner? Yes, it is a corner kick. Hakimi standing over it. Puts it inside the box, but that doesn't find a teammate. That goes out of the box, outside of the box. Nevertheless, Morocco back in possession, whips it inside the box, headed away, back in position. So of the two, it's Morocco that's trying to end the game on a high. Body back to Bono. Hakeem is putting a man of the match performance, hasn't he? That's exactly what a captain is supposed to do. Charging forward, also doing his defensive duties, and the points are shared. The points are shared. The stadium that will be hosting the final. We spoke about that on match day one, didn't we? This will be the stadium here for the final in some weeks' time. That's that. The points are shared. So Vinny Jr., thanks to the efforts there of Vinny Jr., points are shared. So Barry got the party started inside the 21st minute with a delightful finish. Allison, as wonderful as he is of a keeper, even he couldn't stop that. Big Gabby, Arsenal's Gabriel, he'll be kicking himself. He played a role in putting his side in danger, and Morocco capitalized on sleeping at the back from Gabby. Unlike him, Vinny Jr. pulled the trigger inside the 32nd minute to level the scoring. So both goals coming inside the first 45. And points are shared. Not sure if you guys can still see my screen. I trust that you can. What do we need to look at? I think maybe some stats here. Let's go over the stats before I close off on my show and go and rehydrate myself. Even I need a hydration break when you're doing two live streams so close together. Shots here, 13 for Morocco, 8 for Brazil. Shots on target, 5 for Brazil, 4 for Morocco. Possession, 54% possession for Brazil, 46 for Morocco. Close, but having the most possession, as I've always said, doesn't mean much. You can have the majority of possession, but it's what you do with the possession that matters in the end. Football is a results game. Passes, 499 for Brazil, 473 for Morocco. Pass accuracy, 87% for Brazil, 88 for Morocco. Quite close, isn't it? Fouls committed, it is 16 for Brazil, 2 less for Morocco with 14. Yellow cards, 2 yellow cards. Yeah, I could have sworn I saw another yellow in the second 45, but that's probably the yellow that's on screen there for you guys. And thankfully, no red cards. 0 offside for Brazil, 1 for Morocco. Corners, 6 for Brazil, 2 for Morocco. So ending on the corner there, they need to be more clinical, don't they? They need to be more clinical and make the most of these opportunities that's given to you. We've seen what my team does when it comes to corner. They call us corner boys. We see what Arsenal does, and Big Gabby is no stranger to that. Don Carlo would be no stranger to that. So you have to make the most of their set pieces, because this is the World Cup and every chance absolutely matter. You could be having the worst 45, whether that's the first 45 or the second 45, and all you need is one moment. And as was the case for one of Brazil's poster boy, Vinny Jr., pulling his team back with that one moment, golden moment, chef's kiss for his finish for the equalizer, making it 1-1. So as I said, Brazil going back to the drawing board, knowing that they need to do better. It's the second team for me for the duration of that full 90. I think for me, don't know how you guys see it, but for me, overall, Morocco, the better side. First 45 and also the second 45. Certain periods of the second 45 was a little bit equal. Was a little bit equal, but towards the end there, the team that was knocking on the door and almost stole it, if it wasn't for the brilliant save there at the end from Allison, it would have been the Brazilians being high in emotions and on the wrong side of those certain type of emotions. Thankfully, that's not the case, and it is a point apiece. Now, if we go and look at the table, we do have another game coming up for you guys in a couple of minutes time, right? Less than 20 minutes time, I'll be back. You can see Group C here, Morocco sitting at the top, and it's pretty even here with Morocco and Brazil, 1 apiece. Next up, we have Haiti, the Haitians taking on Scotland. It says 2 a.m. kickoff, but that's only because obviously I am in the UK, so it's using my UK time zone. Brazil didn't do as bad as the naysayers claimed they were going to be, or really people were writing them off. I must have been one of the few that weren't writing them off. Maybe it's because I'm a massive fan of the gunman, Hendrik. Pull the trigger. When he's given the chance to do so, I'm sure he will do exactly that. All right. And I need Big Gabby to talk to him as well. Put him in your suitcase and take him to the Emirates, please. And thank you. Guys, this stream will take you over to my second stream of the day. All right. I've got a second stream coming up, and I hope that you guys will be joining me later on. For the time being, I'm going to have to love you and leave you. All right. If you've not hit the like button, what are you waiting? And please do go ahead and hit the like button. I'm going to go and rehydrate myself because I am feeling a little bit thirsty. So I need to go fill up on my water and grab some fruits as well. So I will see you in a few. If I don't see you later on, thank you so much for blessing me with moments of your time. Big ups to you guys. If you're making your way home from work or to work, I do hope that you arrive at your destination safe and unharmed, because doing so is a underrated blessing, especially when you make it home safe and unharmed. Absolutely underrated blessing. If you're new to the channel and you like what you have heard, please do go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Again, apologies for the little hiccups there at the start of the stream. No audio, and also I didn't have access to the game, so I do apologize. All right, I'm going to love you and leave you temporarily. Hopefully you guys will be joining me in less than 20 minutes time. If you don't, have a wonderful weekend, and you know how it goes. Until next time, take care.